Hello and welcome back to the channel, it's me Lunas, and today we'll be continuing the Vintage Story run. So last episode we did quite a lot of different things, including finishing setting up the farms, cave exploring for tin, and then coming out to gather resin and such, to make some armor. We do have the low tier Blackguard armor, which is good. And we are working towards a body piece and a headpiece made from wood, just to give it a bit of extra protection. Oh, this is one I've already been to. Where am I? Okay, so we're a bit north. I think while I'm here, and there's a lot of trees I haven't checked in this direction, I am gonna come over this way a bit, just to try and get a bit extra. Yeah, after we do this, we're probably gonna take the opportunity to make gear. I don't know what's down there, so we'll just go black for now. I may or may not cut through some of this, just because I don't know how long I'll be out here. Also, I should probably have a torch out, because you can imagine it's pretty hard to see what's going on. I tried it. I'm probably gonna be switching to sticks the most, so I'll do that. Okay, so I found a new cave that seems very promising. I've marked it red for now, but it has at least 2 veins of sulfur near the surface, as well as a translocator that's pretty close to the surface as well. So I think what I'm gonna do is head back, make gear, and then potentially come back and explore it. I found another dungeon. It's between the two that I most recently discovered and the previous one. I'm surprised I hadn't seen it already, just because I've been through this area quite a few times. But that's 3 dungeons to explore now. Alright, I've returned home. I'm just throwing away a couple of things that I don't really need. Alright, for now we probably want to build up hang on. There we go. Right, for now we want to get enough materials to make plenty of healing. I think what I do first is make sure I have pretty much a stack on me. Yeah, and then have enough to make as much as I can, but to the point where if I do run out, the materials won't still be in my inventory, and I'll gain an additional 2 slots. So that's, I think, 4 stacks, plus this, which is basically a 5th one. Right, next thing we need to do is check these. 56% cured. That is quite a bit less than I was hoping. Which means for now we need to do forging work. Or sleep. We got no messages about temporal storms. So I think I'm gonna do some forging. And this is probably gonna be one of those moments where I end up breaking out the small amount of tin we have, just so that we don't lose out. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I just need to find where I've stored it all. Right, that's the tin, and then I need a whole bunch of copper as well. Okay, so I probably want to go... Actually, hang on. Tin, bronze, falx. I probably want to go tin, bronze, spear. Tin, bronze, pickaxe, again. And then a bunch of copper pickaxes. One, 2, 2.5 copper picks. I probably want maybe 1 more. Yeah. And then I could do with a couple more copper tools as well. So if we put... 60 in there. That should give us 3 ingots. Right. We have a tin bronze ingot actually already. We'll probably keep that as spare though, just in case. I am, actually tempted to take these and see if I can sell them. Or at least one of them. Because I don't really need to. And then also not, the type I prefer. Oh, it's just flintstone. Tin bronze. He is buying one of them. And that was a boar that I saw the other day. Right, I think while I'm waiting for the... Actually, never mind, because I won't be able to store it. Actually, no, I will. While I'm waiting for the hides to cure, I'm gonna do a bit of limestone mining. Just so that I have some extra for leather making later on. As at the moment I do just need to buy some time. I can't be here too long though, because the copper will solidify otherwise. Okay, we have enough to fill up another 2 barrels of lime water, I think. So that'll be enough for now. it ended up solidifying. I don't think I was out that long. Luckily the temperature was still quite high, so it should smelt quite a bit faster. Don't tell me I just messed up. Is this what happened when I broke the crucible early on? I think it is. Okay, that's kinda crap. Well, I need a new crucible now, so I'm gonna have to make that. I would have liked a bit more Tin's Bronze gear, but I can go without it. Right. For now, we'll make a bunch of crucibles. Having, one, it just keeps, making it so that if I mess up at all, then I have to wait like a day before I can even start metalworking again. So I might as well have some extras. But yeah, luckily we already had the Tin Bronze Falx, so we can still use that. And then I could forge the ingot we already have into a spear, so I can still technically get the gear I want. I just won't be able to get any extra pickaxes. It's fine though, I don't think I'll go through them all. I just like having extra pickaxes on me just in case. Right, hay grass. We would need 10 of that. Okay. Oh, I already picked up. the storm come in. Hopefully I don't get struck by lightning. Right, I can probably put some of this stuff away though. Oh, that's gold. I thought that was tin for a second. I'm gonna check something quickly. Spear. Scrap, spear, tube, AE. Spear. Where is the... Timbrons? 3.8, 220 durability. I know I said I like the range, but just for durability's sake, it... Actually, no. Between both weapons, we'd still have like 670 durability. We might be okay. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Where is the spearhead? This one takes up quite a bit more of the ingot than the copper one did. Okay. Right, I need to make sure that I'm only bringing what I absolutely need. I'm gonna get more gears, I know that for a fact, so I'm gonna keep that on me. And then I think everything else I either need to bring, need to put on the tool rack, or need to forge into the armor. Okay, 75. That Quan does not look like it's having a great time. Oh, really? That's gonna make things kinda awkward. Apocalyptic. If I come in here, they shouldn't be able to get in through the roof. And then I just need to be able to gather enough grass to sleep this off. I'm still waiting for the hides to cure anyway, so... Sorry, I thought I had a noise. 3. And then like that, yep. Still apocalyptic, but hopefully the rifts will have closed. 92. Probably enough firewood, and then I need to make sure that I have my food on me before I leave. Actually, I should probably process some of these levers, because I'm pretty sure the bear hide rotted. I can bring those to eat. 4 hours, 16 hours, 2 days, 2 days. Okay. 16 hours. 2 days. I'm gonna bring all of it. Actually, how long does that last? 16? I'm gonna need to eat them anyway, so I'll eat these first. And then... Right, it didn't change the last 2. I'm probably gonna lose about half the nutrition on this and this. but the other ones might be okay. As for these, I need to get them started. Hopefully we have enough lime water in there. It's gonna be nice having the Timbronze Valks. It's gonna be able to dispatch basically all of the enemies we come across in like 2 hits. Which is gonna be great when it comes to the shivers. The less damage I take against those, the better. Right. So the raccoon and the fox hides do actually turn into small hides as well. So small hide and raccoon and foxhide all consolidate into these, which is really nice. Right, it's paramount that they go in. And then I can't put all of those in one. Even if the barrel was full, I wouldn't be able to. So we basically just gotta put in what we can. And the rest will have to rot. Luckily it's not too much that we're gonna lose out on. But yeah, by the time we return, those will be done. I'll put these hides back just so I know where all the rot is once I come back. Right, how is this? 97. Is there anything else I can do? I don't really think there is. Okay, all the pelts are done. So... I just need to make the armor now. There's the body piece. I'm not sure how the head goes. I think it might be like this. And then we have plenty of resin to spare. And firewood as well. It took quite a bit less than I thought it was gonna. Ooh. Right, I do want to find out the repair costs. This is literally just firewood. I can see it breaking, so I might bring like 8 with me just to keep up the repairs. So the wood armor actually does a better job defending than the greaves do. It's just the greaves have way more durability. I think the wood Lamar is actually just better in general. I can definitely feel the speed decrease though. Well, I don't want to overuse food, and I don't need the armor on yet necessarily. So I think the best thing to do is probably head in the general direction of that cave again. I do have somewhere where I want to go first though. And then after checking it, I might temporarily stop recording. I want to go to the place where I got the high cassiterite reading before, because that is tin, and I'm gonna need quite a lot of it. So I'm hoping that it's got an exposed vein in the cave that is next to it. I can't remember if I really checked it before. I feel like I might have, but only a little bit. This looks promising too, actually. That might even be black coal. I'll come back to this one in a minute. I want to check this first. Oh, I didn't take all the armor. This definitely feels very familiar. I feel like I've already checked it. If I remember correctly, it was just a chute that continued going down. Yeah, that's the chute. And then that's the one that leads to a dead end. Yeah, and then there's... Yeah, that one was a dead end as well. Oh wait, you're still alive? Right, it'll take a bit of time to get down here, but it could definitely be worth it. Hang on, I think I might have gone too low potentially. Oh! God damn it. Okay, no, we're quite high up. We just overshot where the chute is. I should probably go across by like one or two more and then come back in. That might be a shiver. I'm absolutely certain that they're gonna try and do everything in their power to scare the crap out of me. Right, I'm still pretty sure it goes down very far. It's just how far. It might even go straight into tier 4 territory, which I would be quite scared about if it does. I'm not using that for regular rock. I need to come back that way a bit. I feel like I'm just gonna fall through the roof of a cave otherwise. Still kinda high up. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I keep hearing weird noises. This is very expansive. Medium. That's what we need. Or we just need to make sure these enemies are cleared out. Yeah, those tier 2s are still kinda dangerous. If I was getting hit by like 2 or 3 of those at once, I would die pretty quickly. It's definitely worth checking their loot though, I would imagine. I'm gonna quickly just have a look up here. Okay, that was worth it, because there's even more. And it's poor quality, so we want as much as we can get. I'm hoping these veins are huge. So it does seem like if I can get high quality tin readings, that if there's a cave nearby, there is probably going to be an exposed vein. Or I won't have to mine very far to find it if I can't find the exposed vein. I didn't realize it could be this deep though. It's quite possible there's more down here as well, because this is... I didn't even see that up there. So there is already more than I thought. I don't have the pickaxe durability to climb like super far up, but I'm gonna get up a bit so I can mine this tin, and also it may potentially allow me to see if it continues upwards. Because I must be probably 50 to 100 blocks off of where the reading was high. So there's a decent potential that there's even more tin around outside of the vein here and in the main entrance area. Oh, come on. Right, is there more about? Thought so. They were separate veins, because this one's medium, so I can see it being a bit bigger than what was here. I did get quite a bit more than I thought I would. I was, like, really tired and considering ending, but I'm, like, wide awake now, so I might just continue. I know I have work later, so it's probably not the best choice, but we'll see. For now, I'm gonna temporarily retreat and go and look into that other cave. Hopefully it's not deep enough to the point... Like, hopefully the resource I saw wasn't deep enough to the point where it causes, me not to regenerate my stability, because that could prove troublesome otherwise. But yeah, that was very, very promising. I'm actually going to up this to purple, because those caves expand for quite a long way, it looks like. I didn't even go down the main route. I went down one of the side tunnels, and just one of the side tunnels alone provided me with probably enough tin to make an anvil and basically a couple of every tin tool, and probably have spare left over. That is black coal. What is that? Fire clay. We actually will need that. Right, luckily we are... and brown coal. We are able to regenerate as well at this level, so I think we just stay here and have a fun time extracting resources. Quartz. This cave has literally everything. Shale as well, I want to use that for roofs. I'm gonna have a quick peek down here. I don't intend going, like, super deep though, for very long. Painting. It's worth taking. More iron, that's worth taking. And then an absolute ton of gears. Each crate. Is there anything in there? No. I think that might be the most gears I've ever seen in one chest, by like a lot. I don't even think there were that many in the Resonance Archive during the last series when I went. Although, to be fair, they could have just changed the spawning rates in the 1.2 22 update. I didn't see anything, like, regarding that, but it could have been something. Right, doesn't it actually expand any further, so the resources are pretty high up. But we are going to label it, and we're going to change the priority on it. So, black/brown coal, sulfur, fire clay. I'm hoping the character limit isn't too low. Right, fire clay can wait. The black coal is probably the most important. I'll grab like a stack. And then we can work on getting more brown coal. Because we are gonna probably start forging a lot more often after this episode, I think. Oh, you know what? This actually reminds me. I watched a vintage story a while back, and I'm pretty sure, the guy whose video it was said that, generally if you find black coal or fire clay, you'll find the other close by. And because I found them basically on top of each other here, that does really reinforce that fact. So if we ever find fire clay on the surface, it might be worth digging down, like, by maybe like 20 blocks or something to see if there's any black coal beneath it. Because I don't really find it very often in caves. And that, could prove to be an issue if I really need it later on and I can't find it. There may be alternatives though. I think charcoal does burn hotter, but I just don't like having to make it all the time. But for now, we'll see. There could be quite a lot here. Thank you. Yeah, the fire clay was one of the things I needed for glass making, which stopped me from making the lead pane windows a few episodes ago. So now that we've found fire clay, we might be able to make it relatively soon. Especially considering that we don't have to, like, make it using other clay types now. Because I got the quern to make the calcinated flint, so it would have just been a long process like it was to grind down the lime for the limestone water. Okay, I've mined a decent bit of both. But what I'm gonna do, because I am basically back to 4, is I'm gonna leave and head back into the other one, just because I'm at full temporal stability. And then I'll come back here once it drains again. And just keep doing that as long as necessary. That being said, I am starting to run out of pickaxe durability. I've gone for about 1.5 copper picks and about slightly under 10% of a tin bronze pick. So I am gonna need to be somewhat careful. Still medium, unfortunately, which means we could run into a few enemies I don't want to run into. The higher it is, the more likely I'm going to run into tier 4s, which I have honestly been quite worried about. The armor is holding up decently well though. Most of the hits are being directed into the chest piece. So it's taken about a quarter damage, but we can repair it. Why would you go that? Oh, come on. Right, definitely nothing there. Oh, I thought it was a tier 2. I guess it wasn't. Sometimes the coloration of enemies does make it kind of hard to tell. Well, that doesn't actually lead any further. I thought this would have led down to quite a lot more caves, but it didn't. That is not the way. Where is... Oh, there. Okay, so I need to be careful of going to the left. I am hearing a shiver. Right, I think it... Ooh. Yeah, it seems like the tier 2s are actually very common down here. Okay. As long as we stay in this area, we should be fine. I do want to go back this way and get this, because it's in a safe area. Just gotta check there's no thingies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure saltpeter is an ingredient in ore bombs, which I kinda want to make now that I know where loads of sulfur is. And saltpeter is in basically every cave that goes below like 75. Which is a lot of them. So it's not gonna be very difficult to find this at all. Right, there is an enemy near. I just can't tell what enemy it is from that noise. I know it's not Botons. It's either a Drifter or a Shiver. I haven't learnt which one it is for yet, though. Actually, can't you use... I think you can use saltpeter for, I think, like, boosting soil fertility. I'm not absolutely certain, but I can check in a second. Yeah. So it gives more of the N and the K nutrients. Right, think I'm gonna eat these next. And then I think I'm gonna try and grab this. I don't want to pass it up because it's right here, and considering I want to gather it now, I don't want to, like, leave an even bigger vein of it that's, like, genuinely safe to get, because it is medium temporal stability right now, or rift activity, and that is semi-dangerous. Like, I'd rather not be mining at this time, so if there's a resource this easy to get, I'm not gonna pass it up. That being said, I probably don't want to exceed 2 stacks of this, or I'm gonna have to probably run home. Actually, considering I'm up here now, I may as well take a look over the top to see if it continues. I do want to check something, actually. Yeah, no sign of any more temporal storms yet. I'm expecting another one just because of how quickly the second one came about after the first. This is the wrong one, isn't it? .46. Can get a bit more. Still medium. It's been like this for like nearly a day now. It usually changes quite a bit more often. Right, I'm gonna continue upwards. I might not even be able to get the tin on this trip down here. We'll see though. It depends how big the vein is, but it's pretty quick to escape once I'm in that area, so... How far? 43. Yeah, no. I can build up the rest of the stack though with this. Okay. Time to see if I can get that 10. 38. That dropped. That 5% dropped pretty quick. I do need to keep on my toes because that is a tier 2, and there are quite a lot of enemies that could come back into this cave area. There's gotta be more than that. I know I found a decent amount, but it's not enough that I'd pass up additional 10. I'm so glad I didn't come back with a copper falx. Like, that could have generally screwed me over. They would have probably been like 6 or 7 hits each, which would have just made me go through durability so quick. There is more. I definitely knew there was, like, you don't get veins that small. Can't see that. Still none. Not. There was some, just not much. Right, I think that was all of it. I'm gonna head back out and into that other cave now, though. I might as well eat these. Man, I can't wait until I get leather. I'm pretty sure it gives me like a good few more slots. I'm gonna double check once I get to the surface. Ooh. I don't really need to heal from that. I don't want to unnecessarily use them. I know they're like super cheap to make, but I don't want to have to like go and grab more materials to make stuff when I could end up in combat with a tier 4. Because I'm probably gonna lose like 2/3 of my HP every time that happens. Especially if it's a Shiver, because it is pretty difficult to avoid taking hits from those in tight spaces. I'm pretty sure that cave would have led down into here. Yeah, it would have. How are we doing for durability? It is getting somewhat low. Gonna eat these quick as well. I might just overeat and eat the entire thing so I have a bit more space. Stop. We are regenerating, right? Yeah. Right, I think it might be an idea to go home, at least to dump some of the supplies once I'm done with this. Which makes me kinda want to get as much as I possibly can hold. If I am gonna do that, just so that I don't get more brown coal next time. And plus, I want to buy enough time so that the Crucible is absolutely ready. Once I'm back home, so then I can just forge more tin bronze stuff and go straight back out. I think while I'm in the mood to cave, I just want to get as much progress done as possible, and to have like a nice supply of materials that I can delve into for a lot of different projects. Because the thing is, now that I have a steady supply of tin bronze, or at least for the time being, I can start looking into at least acquiring iron ore. Not that I'll be able to process it for a bit, but at least I'll have it. Which I think is the main thing. No, I can keep going. Actually, we can eat that meat now. And then we can eat that. I didn't. Please. I accidentally threw the bowl away. I think I may have mistook it for stones. Oh no, I didn't throw the bowl away, thank God. Those are down to 12 hours already as well. I swear they had 2 days. Have I really been doing this for 2 days already? I can't have. I think maybe, like, they just tick down faster or something because I took them out of the urn. But I guess that is all the red meat stuff used up now. At least in around a day it will be. Did I mark? I'm pretty sure there was a translocator down here, right? Yeah. Um... I kind of want to put another one, like, right on top of it. I guess I'll do that. That would be pretty obvious what it is. There's another one? Why am I being swarmed? Still medium. The temperature's really high though. I guess we are in June, but damn, that is a pretty high temperature considering we're in the northern areas. Or semi-northern areas, I should say. I'm not hearing them at all. They're like sneaking up on me, like... Really? Wow. Or maybe the prone ones just don't make a lot of noise. Okay, that is all the brown coal. It would seem. I am gonna mine a stack of sulfur probably. And then I'll modify the waypoint depending on... Jesus. I'm sure they make tons of noise. It either spawned right behind me, or it spawned close enough that it didn't have time to make a noise. Those things always make me jump though, they're like super creepy. Especially when they do that standing up animation. Like, I used to not mind them when I first started playing the game, but as soon as I saw the standing up animation, I was like, yeah, no thank you. And I've been scared of them ever since. Especially, like, tier 4s. I didn't expect to find a new material down here. I'll probably add it. I wonder... what else can it be used for? Oh, it can be used for smithing as well. Well, that is actually very good to know. Now it is worth noting where it is. I thought it was only used for the leather making process as an alternative to lime water, but if it can be used for smithing as well, then it has quite a lot of use. Not that I ever will use it for as a alternative to lime water though. There's literally no point. I have access to so much lime. I mean, my home is literally sitting on like mountains of it. And then borax. So we just gotta remove brown coal, sulfur, and then add borax. This episode has genuinely been great though. Like, we made so much progress. And we're not even done yet. Actually, just out of curiosity. Recording for 2 hours, so that's gotta be 2.5 days. I did sleep for a bit though. But I'm quite happy to continue recording for maybe a day or two longer. I kind of want to keep up the momentum, honestly. In fact, so much so that I might continue caving next episode as well. Like, if we can just go straight to iron, like, along with tin bronze, that would be amazing. I mean, it doesn't have to be, like, full iron everything, but if we could at least make iron pickaxes or iron falcons, that would be cool. I'm not, like, super set on it, though. Like, I'd be fine passing it up for the time being. I have quite a lot of other things I need to focus on. And if I push for iron too much, it's just gonna put me at unnecessary risk. Right, let's see if putting one of these back will give me some extra time. I'll probably have to wait for a bit. As for this one though, I'll just chuck it on the floor and then we can use it when I need it. I am gonna keep the armor on though, just so that it kinda brings about the need to eat it, because I just don't want to waste it. Right, that is decently repaired. How much does each one give? 21. That's fine. I might want to take a bit more with me though. If we go for 7. And then... What was a boar here now? Oh, this is probably the boar that I missed and couldn't find when I went hunting. Right, we can push this process along now. And then these are only half done. So we're only mining for about a day and a half. Right, sulfur and saltpeter can go in here. The flax can as well. Right, I do want to check ore bombs quick. So you need... Okay, you need quite a lot of this stuff. So you need 20 flax per 8 ore bombs. %10 chance of destroying ore. So we would get less material, but it could be very good for glass. And then that is powdered sulfur, saltpeter, and black coal. So we can make it now if we wanted to. But I think I'm gonna pass up on it, just for the time being. So we can make... what's it called? So I can make other stuff with it if I need it, and to save the black coal. Because I only know where that ore vein is, and I'm pretty sure I only have between 1.5 and 2 stacks of it on me. I can't put the iron away. I'm just gonna have to grab this and then chuck it over here. In fact, it's already time to make a new trunk. I'm just getting way too much stuff. I reckon by the time... Oh, that's not how I do it. By the time I'm actually ready to, like, properly, like, put everything in the house and furnish it, I'm probably gonna have, like, 8+ trunks worth of stuff. I mean, I filmed this in, what, like 2 episodes? And most of it was within, like, a day. Due to all of the oak logs. I basically have like a year's supply though. Unless I end up using a lot of it for firewood, then it'll probably be considerably less. But on to the next thing I need to do, and that is gonna be to get tin ore. I actually kinda wanna sort out my copper as well. I just want to find out how much I have. I'm pretty sure I'm starting to run out. So it might be something I need to gather. What is this? Zinc. No more in there. None in there, but I will take these out and change where they're being stored. Right, close to 4 stacks of brown coal is quite a lot. I can't see myself running out anytime soon. Over 5 stacks. Out space, that goes in there. So yeah, nearly a stack and a half of that. And then we have a whole bunch of different metal types. They're not, like, there's not like a ton of them though. Right, just to double check, there is no copper left. Right, it'll be easier to tell how much I have once I break it down with a hammer. Magnetite. Hematite. Oh, so you can get different types of iron. So I have three different types. Quite a bit of lead. I'm most interested in how much copper and tin I have though. Okay, so tin is semi-decent. We have... What's happening? I'm seeing like a flash of something grey, like here. Right, it's only 2 tin per tin bronze ingot, so we actually have quite a lot of tin now. I don't know if you have to make straight up tin ingots for anything, but as long as we don't have to do that, then we actually have like a lot. The only thing we don't have a lot of is copper. At least the materials we need, like in the short term, which is not good. Right, I need a hammer, a pickaxe, probably another falx. And then I might just make an axe head as well. So I would need 8 of these. 440? Oh no, it's 18 copper to 2 tin bronze, so I need to take 8 of those out. Yeah. And then I forgot my fuel. Actually, if anything, I should use the tin bits first. That's what I might do, actually. Because otherwise I'm gonna forget what it is. Yeah, we have plenty of stuff now. Just copper. And we may even find some underground. There's a decent chance of it happening. If I run into it, I will grab it. And if I don't run into it, and I still have the resources, food-wise, to stay out, then I'm probably gonna do that. I think while it is calm, though, I don't want to be here too long. So I'm not actually gonna do proper forging, I'm just gonna do the smelting. As long as I have a spare falx left here, then I'm happy. And, like, the materials to keep going with other stuff. I think for now I'm just gonna chuck those in there. And then I'm gonna move all of these. Into this general area. That is gonna need at least one more fuel. Spoiled. Actually, I may as well grab the ingredients for other food. 4 days. So these need to be eaten first. I may as well just straight up eat that. Is there anything else that won't last very long? The other stuff is kind of acceptable. 7 days, 10 days. We may some of these, and then we won't have any meat, but we can at least make some porridge. So that will do 1 crock. And then we want to do another crock. And I think that's what we'll use this fennel for, because it's not going to last much longer. Right. And then we'll start getting the meals going now, so that I don't have to wait about for them. Okay, right, I'm gonna need another 6 grain. But other than that, we'll be good. Right, so pickaxe. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. You saw that, right? I had it out of the thing for like 30 seconds. What is going on? Oh, I'm watching the next one like really closely. Something weird is happening. Right, 52. I'm gonna have to use the normal stuff now. Is that not? $290? Alright, because I took 2 of them out. What is going on, man? Either the game is being weird or I'm making mistakes because I'm tired. I don't have time to sleep now, so it doesn't matter. Right, as soon as it's ready, I'm just gonna pour it. I thought that was gonna be a temporal storm. Do I just end the episode then? And continue next time? I think it might be worth it, honestly. The timing on that was pretty bad. Is there anywhere I can take shelter that's like really close? Yeah, there's that guy. So I can at least be up there. And then when I get the warning that it's about to go off, then I can just run inside. I mean, at this rate, I might not even be able to get up there before it goes. All depends. Okay, and then we probably want an axe. Right, hopefully they will be done relatively soon. As for this, that can go on. I do want to check the farm, actually, this one. 3 to 4, 4, and then pretty much all 3. I mean, I did expect this part to take a while, but this part will boost us at least a little bit. But the heat, is gonna affect the turnips pretty severely, I think. Even if I can get just a stack of turnips, that's gonna probably give us, by itself, about 3 days. 3 to 5 days worth of food, I think, as long as I'm not doing, like, anything, like, super, draining. the only thing with this is because they're different mill types, they are going to have to take up different slots. That goes in there. I think temperature-wise that should be able to cook. It's not going down from 700 just yet. And even when the flame dies out, the temperature's gonna keep it going, I think. Okay, it's dropping kind of fast. Right. Having 5 spaces filled up by crocs is gonna be kind of steep. We do have space for like resources still, but we're gonna have to prioritize the rarer ones. Yeah. Right, so we'll eat this and then we'll prioritize the ones that only have 2 servings. I'm not too worried about how long they're gonna last now, just because they're only gonna provide us about 600 saturation a mil, so we're gonna burn through them fairly quickly. But now that is done, we need to check what we have. Knife, falx, spear, pickaxe. We don't need the hammer. I do want an additional tin bronze pickaxe. I think I should be relatively good in terms of durability with that. And then I'd say maybe we head back and have a look in the cave again. We should have a bit of time before the temporal storm. Just double checking I have everything. I don't know how long it's gonna be exactly though, so I don't want to push my luck. Because if it goes off while I'm underground, I'm basically dead. Like, I don't have a shield to save my life either, so I don't even think I can make one until I have leather, so... I mean, you might be able to make them without leather, but so far I haven't actually seen a recipe that doesn't have at least a little bit of leather in it. But I haven't actually looked into shields that much either, mostly because by the time I want a shield I've found one for a Maroon. That looks like that just drops. Yeah, it does. I'm not too worried, but I don't wanna get stuck and struggle to get out, so I'm gonna mine this way and hope I hit a cave wall. Saltby is kind of high up. Is that a tunnel over there that's like higher up? Imminent. Spent too long getting down here. It's definitely risking that way more than I had to. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna heal up. And then wait it out, and then we'll probably stop recording until next episode. So yeah, we'll wait out and end the episode. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And then the next episode we'll continue cave raiding. Probably not as long. It all depends. I kinda did want to go and check that other cave with the the glowworms in that I found early on. And then I do need to get copper as well. He does actually sell a shield, but it's very expensive. And it doesn't actually seem like it's the best shield as well either. The durability is quite low. And it doesn't block as much HP as I've seen before. Okay, so the temporal storm just ended. There are a few drifters around, so we're gonna stay in here for the time being. And basically end the episode. We already had the plan for the next one. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a bit more higher stakes than normal, so hopefully it was a bit more entertaining. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps out massively, and I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.